Hello, sisters and brothers. Our devotional for today, for May 14, is a reflection on My Utmost for His Highest, a series of devotionals written and compiled by Oswald Chambers. And you can always find the link to the daily devotional at utmost.org. And today, the devotional looks at the habit of enjoying adversity. And for that, we're going to turn to 2 Corinthians. There will be one particular verse that we'll focus on, but I'm going to read verses 7 through 12 of 2 Corinthians chapter 4. But we have this treasure in jars of clay to show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us. We are hard-pressed on every side but not crushed, perplexed but not in despair, persecuted but not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed. We always carry around in our body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be revealed in our body. For we who are alive are always being given over to death for Jesus' sake, so that his life may also be revealed in our mortal body. So then, death is at work in us, but life is at work in you. And as I mentioned, the title of this devotional is The Habit of Enjoying Adversity, looking specifically at verse 10, where it says that the life of Jesus may also be manifested in our body. We have to develop godly habits to express what God's grace has done in us. It is not just a question of being saved from hell, but of being saved so that the life of Jesus also may be manifested in our body. And it is adversity that makes us exhibit his life in our mortal flesh. Is my life exhibiting the essence of the sweetness of the Son of God, or just the basic irritation of myself that I would have apart from him? The only thing that will enable me to enjoy adversity is the acute sense of eagerness of allowing the life of the Son of God to evidence itself in me. No matter how difficult something may be, I must say, Lord, I am delighted to obey you in this. Instantly, the Son of God will move to the forefront of my life and will manifest in my body that which glorifies him. You must not debate. The moment you obey the light of God, his Son shines through you in that very adversity. But if you debate with God, you grieve his Spirit. See Ephesians 4, verse 30. You must keep yourself in the proper condition to allow the life of the Son of God to be manifested in you, and you cannot keep yourself fit if you give way to self-pity. Our circumstances are the means God uses to exhibit just how wonderfully perfect and extraordinarily pure his Son is. Discovering a new way of manifesting the Son of God should make our heart beat with renewed excitement. It is one thing to choose adversity and quite another to enter into adversity through the orchestrating of our circumstances by God's sovereignty. And if God puts you into adversity, he is adequately sufficient to supply all your need. Philippians 4, verse 19. Keep your soul properly conditioned to manifest the life of the Son of God. Never live on your memories of past experiences, but let the Word of God always be living and active in you. And what an interesting thought to consider, that adversity is an opportunity for us to show and display the light of the Son of God. We don't think about it that way, not naturally, not normally. That's not our inclination. Adversity is an irritation, it's a frustration, it's a difficulty, and not something that we would in any way want to embrace. But if you think about it, there are two things that we can remember that should help us at least be able to navigate it a little bit more readily. One, if we're not showing the light of God through adversity, then as Chambers points out, we're really just displaying our irritated self and who we would be apart from him. So when we go into difficult circumstances, if we are manifesting godly habits, if we are displaying what God has done in our lives, we show the difference that God makes in our life. But there's also this interesting concept that would we really know and understand what God has done for us, and would we be where we are if it wasn't for the adversity and the difficulty in our life? Those moments that God saw us through, those times when God brought us through something that we didn't know how we were going to get through. And I think that's important as we look back, as we look at our time now, and as we look ahead. We have to remember that the difficulties we went through, we already went through. God brought us through them and transformed us, changed how we respond. But that only happens when we allow the light of the Son of God to work in us. It's not going to happen on our own. So if you're experiencing some adversity, just remember that this is an opportunity to show what God has done in your life. If you're not, be prepared, because you probably will be soon. That's just how it goes. So thank you as always for listening. Be safe and stay well.